from Trondheim, Norway, standing here in the lands of the Sami peoples in this country of Norway. I'm Dr. Raul A. Mora. I'm founder and the chair of the Literacy in Second Languages Project Research Lab. And I'm here to share what we already mentioned a few weeks ago on social media, now make it official, about the Divergent Award for Excellence in Literacy Implementation in the Digital Age. That was awarded in the 2023 edition to the Literacy in Second Languages Project, the LSLP Legion. Before I start, I want to take a moment to read one of my favorite lyrics from a song, My Culture by One Giant Leap. I'll just paraphrase to go from the singular to the plural, because that particular beginning says a lot about the award and what it means to all of us. We are the sum total of our ancestors. We carry their DNA. We are representatives of a long line of people, and we cut them around everywhere. This long line of people that goes back to the beginning of time. And when we meet, they meet other lines of people. And we say, bring together the lines of me. So I start with that. And here take a moment to actually show everybody this beautiful award that belongs to our team. Once again, look at this thing of beauty. I gotta give it to the team from the initiative for the aesthetic beauty of the award. So I'm gonna take a moment to really say, wow, you outdid yourselves this time, Shelby. You outdid yourselves this time. So first I want to really thank Dr. Shelby Whitty and her team, her incredible team, the Initiative for Literacy Research in the Digital Age, for promoting what has become probably one of the prime awards in the field of literacy studies today. Just winning this is a big deal for anybody who has gone in terms of advocacy, research, the books, implementation. My heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2023. There are a lot to mention, so I would probably spend a long time just mentioning the names. They're amazing, the brilliance of all the winners. So I just invite you to check out the initiative website and look at the list of the awardees, the honorees for 2023. It's a list that is as amazing and brilliant as the work they do, the work they've published, the efforts they engage in when it comes to advocating for a better future through our work in literacy. With that, I want to take a moment to also express my gratitude to the people who nominated LSLP for this award, some of the colleagues around the world who have also collaborated with us in the LSLP worldwide initiatives, who supported this nomination. It means a lot to know that there are so many people around the world who have been paying close attention to the work we do. It comes at a very fitting moment because LSLP is celebrating 10 years of our chartering. We initially chartered in 2012, part of a research effort at UPB, my university in Medellin, Colombia. Also a moment to appreciate the support that we've had over the years in letting us deploy our research in our research lines and giving us the latitude that sometimes is difficult to find in some institutions, that they just want you to really fit to very tight research agendas that are linked to very tight projects. And unless you're already churning publications in top journals, they're not going to continue support. They have given us the time to evolve, to mature, to grow the proposal, to turn it into what it is today. And that's what I really wanted to talk about once again, showing this thing of beauty. I can't show it enough. It's heavy, it's sturdy, it's beautiful. So I have to show it again. Really talk for a moment about what LSLP is and what it means for us to get the Divergent Award. We have come together over this past decade and probably very strongly over the past 7 years to look very carefully at how we can use theory to transform classroom practice. Meaning, we want pre-service teachers, we want grad students, we want practitioners to play with theory, to take theory and turn it into clay, into Play-Doh, and start molding it to whatever their classroom should be and use that clay to create better classrooms through theory, through literacy theory. We have had phenomenal results over this past decade from our undergrads, our master students. You can see a lot of that in their thesis and their presentations. Some of the webinars we've hosted over the past few years showing classroom examples. You can see it in what they do with the students. You can see it what they do as teachers. You can see the transformation. And I think literacy, and I remember at this point, one conversation I used to have with, at some point, with Colin Langshaw, Brian Street, and my mentor, Let Willis, about how literacy is not just language, it's about learning. And I think literacy is about learning, literacy is about teaching, literacy is about transformation. And LSLP has been proving that through the work we do. As we look at the city as literacy, as we look at urban and rural spaces and the transformation through language, as we look at the culture of video games and the work that we're doing with Team LAV, rethinking gamification and rethinking what it means to think of gamers as language users and to think as gamers as language teachers. This has been a journey. And one of the things I always like to say it's kind of like one of the hashtags is this idea that it may take a village to raise a child, but it takes a legion to build a field. This Divergent Award, again, is an award given to a research unit, to a research lab, to a team, or as we like to say ourselves, a legion. And this is a moment where I want to recognize the presence of so many researchers who have been part of this over the past 10 years. I think a first moment is to recognize the very presence of the first students who joined LSLP. Kind of thinking here, Melissa, I'm thinking of Natalie, I'm thinking of Camila, who now each of them are in different parts of the world with their own life projects. But they were the first 3 students who answered the call. So without them coming to work with me on the first project on urban literacies, I don't know what LSLP would look like. Credit goes to the first 2 students I approached when I wanted to do the video games, Sebastian and Alejandro, who jumped on board and they started bringing other people. So credit goes to some of our past researchers because, again, a legion doesn't build itself. You have to create it collectively. So I want to take, before I kind of give the credit to whoever is part of the team right now, little bit of credit to some of the researchers we've had over the past decade. So as I said, Melissa, Natalie, Camila, Sebastián, Alejandro, Mateo, Sebastián Castrillón, Esteban, Alejandra, Sarah, Dan Van Dam, Mike, Kari, Ani, Tati, Sebastián Tavares, Sarah, Anna. And of course, here's a moment where I want to really express my gratitude to the people who are right now in the Legion. So I'm going to take the text this time to express my gratitude to the rest of the team who's been and is part of this right now. Starting with my 2 associate chairs, Claudia Cañas and Tatiana Chiquito. Claudia has been my right hand since 2015, and then she's was first my grad student, and she's become my right hand. And in many cases, that angel on my shoulder. I love Tatiana about the voice of wisdom that sometimes I need because I'm human. I'm just a dude, as I like to say. So them, obviously the work of our advisory board, Gloria, Teresa Arizmendi, Mónica López Ladino, Catalina Vázquez Aldaña, Carlos Sanchez, aka Kylo, who was instrumental in the design of our Discord server, our current place where we have our community. Without them, there is no LSLP because they help me think research, they help me think community, they help me think the team. And the credit, of course, goes to the current cadre of our researchers. So first, the novice researchers, Carlos, Valentina, Emmanuel, Stephanie, Andres, aka Apollo, Juan Camilo, aka Cisco, Esteban, aka R, Christian, Valentina, Daniel, Jefferson. All of them are pre-service teachers, learning the craft of research, learning the craft of teaching, and helping us project the future. And of course, all the love and gratitude to the advanced researchers, without whom a lot of the stuff we do in classrooms would not happen. So Effie, Zadie, Walter, Edison, Margarita, J. David, Eliana, Carlos, Marjorie, Tatiana, Juliana, aka Fletch, Cami, Eduardo, Tyrone, Diego, Carla, Natalia, Zebs, Natalia, another Natalia who's in Sydney right now, Julie, Andres, Diego, John, I'm one of the recent grad students, because without them, once again, there is no LSLP. Without this community, without these amazing, brilliant scholars, there is no project. The Literacy in Second Languages project was a project to first create this concept called literacy in second languages and theorize it and re-theorize the field of English education. But the bigger project was to create the next generation of scholars. The next generation of scholars that maybe you haven't heard of yet, but I'm very sure after this and beginning today, if you haven't heard from them, rest assured you will. Because these researchers, these novice researchers, these advanced researchers, they're destined for greatness. They're destined for brilliance. And they're the future of literacy studies, the present and the future of literacy studies, and the present and the future of literacy studies around the world, but in the global south, it's brighting, shinier than ever. And I'm just honored, I'm humbled that all of them accepted my call to join this lab. They helped me and they owned the notion of being a legion. They owned it and they care for it. Because you cannot build a lab like this if you don't care, if you're not deeply, mentally and physically and emotionally invested in brain and soul and body into this. It's not going to happen. And it has happened because everybody is invested in this. So to all of them, I got it because I'm pretty sure making 50 trophies would be difficult. So they made one that represents everybody, and I got it as the chair, but this is not my award. I'm just holding this here in my apartment here in Ranheim. I'm holding it, but this belongs to all of you. This is possible because of all of you. And the Legion, the LSLP Legion, is going to do even bigger and greater things because of you. When we started at some point around 2014, when we officially became LSLP, we also came out with a motto. How big do we want to dream today? This begins to show you where the answer is going. No, not what the answer is, where the answer is going. And this shows us, along with the work we're doing, that we are willing to dream even bigger today, tomorrow, and every day. So once again, my gratitude to the literacy to the initiative for the award. My gratitude and my love to every member of the Legion, past, present, and the ones who are coming, because the Black and Green Revolution is on. And if you, my students at UPB or students in other universities, having considered joining the LSLP Legion, now is a good time to join the Black and Green Revolution. You're still welcome. There is still plenty of room for people who want to revolutionize the field of literacy studies from and in the global south. This would be the only time you're going to hear from me as the chair talking about the award. Next year, I think in February 2023, there will be the big celebration for the Divergent Award honorees. And when that happens, what you're gonna hear and whom you're gonna hear from is gonna be the researchers who are part of this team. A small sample representing the Legion will be the one holding the banner and speaking out at that event. This will be the only time I will make a statement when we have the celebration. The celebration belongs to the ones who have put in all the effort in building this Legion. With that, again, all my gratitude, my love to all the winners, past and present of the Divergent Award. My love and gratitude to, as I like to say, the best damn research lab in the world, the Letters in Second Languages Project, the LSLP Legion. And as we always like to say, one of our hashtags and one of our mottos, Legio Invicta, Legio Eterna. Thank you, everybody.